Richard, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
What brings you to ESA 2016?
Well, energy storage is one of the biggest opportunities that National Grid is looking at, and ESA, the annual conference, is one of the biggest events of the year in storage. So there's no better place to really get your finger on the pulse of the entire energy storage industry than coming to this event.
What is the attractive proposition of energy storage for National Grid?
Energy storage has the opportunity to really transform the way that customers interact with the electricity grid. If energy storage becomes widely economic and widely deployed, all of a sudden there are going to be users of the electricity grid that will be sending power back to the grid from places that we never developed the grid to take power from. So it's going to tremendously change the power flows. It's going to tremendously change how we interface with customers on a moment-to-moment, hour-to-hour, day-to-day basis, and it's going to change the way we have to completely manage our grid from an information management and control and operational standpoint. So it has a tremendous potential for improving the reliability of the grid, enabling much more renewable energy, which will help decarbonize the grid. So all those things are very good, and we're very enthusiastic and bullish about it, but it is going to entail significant change to the way we do business.
How do you benchmark new technologies?
Well, obviously in the case of energy, one of the key criteria is affordability. What is the set of products and technologies and solutions that will result in highly reliable delivery of energy services, but at a very affordable and in fact the least possible cost, while also meeting our environmental obligations. So when we consider different energy storage technologies, we place a heavy weight on what is going to help reduce the cost of delivery of energy to customers in a way that also increases reliability and also reduces environmental impact. So it's all about cost. And one of the things about energy storage is energy storage economics are improving dramatically, on the order of about 10% cost reductions a year. And that's likely to continue in the coming years as the electric vehicle market really increases dramatically. So we're looking ahead. Right now, energy storage is not particularly affordable for the grid in most situations, but 5-10 years from now, we see a lot of opportunities for economic energy storage, and that's what we're getting ready for.
Obviously, energy storage comes in many different guises. Are you looking at any particular one?
We are looking across the spectrum, but the one technology area that is the most promising in the near term is an area called Lithium Ion Batteries. These are the batteries that have been developed over the past 20 years and are very, very commonplace in laptops and our iPhones and whatnot. They're now being increasingly deployed in electric vehicles, and it's really the emergence of the electric vehicle market that's creating an industry to pull for millions and millions of batteries, and as a result that is driving down the cost of lithium-ion batteries tremendously. It has a great performance profile for the electric grid, and so as costs and performance improve for the electric vehicle market, we can take advantage of it on the electric grid.
Is there anything here that has particularly excited you?
Oh, so many things. I mean, one of the great things about an event of this nature is you get to walk around to 50, 75 booths and talk to the people who are peddling wares about new products and new services that are related to energy storage. Just before coming here, I was speaking with a company that's developing a battery storage system that is intended for application at the household level, to be put in your garage and to marry up to your solar power system and your smart thermostat, so that you can not only reduce your electricity demand bills from the grid, but in the rare instances when you do have outages, you can actually self-supply your own electricity in the case of an outage from the energy storage device. So basically think of a large-scale uninterruptible power supply system that you might have in your basement or your garage to run your whole house for 15 minutes or an hour.
Behind-the-meter solutions isn't necessarily what you think of when you think of National Grid. How does that fit into your business model?
Well, I think it's not just us. Most utilities have historically been equipment and facilities and infrastructures up to the meter, and then anything behind the meter is the customers. responsibility. But more and more utilities are looking at opportunities to participate behind the meter. So we are not alone in looking at what opportunities exist for behind the meter products and services. The industry of the future could be quite a bit different than the industry of the past. I mean, as has telephones. I mean, in the United States, AT&T used to deliver all of the telephony via wires to a phone that was mounted on your desk. Now it's with your cell phone. So the electricity and the natural gas industries 10, 15, 20 years from now could look quite a bit different than today. And so we're preparing for that possible future.
And what does the future hold?
The future holds more customer choice, cleaner energy, a digitized grid, and an ever-increasing desire for resiliency, higher quality, and lower cost. It's a relentlessly competitive industry. We take our responsibilities to our customers and to society very, very seriously, and we're very optimistic about the new technologies that are coming down the road that we can offer to our customers to improve costs, improve reliability, and reduce the environmental footprint associated with delivering energy.
Fascinating. Richard, thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure.